I gotta say, um, not being able to interact on Twitter, uh, I gotta say it was probably easier to quit smoking than it is to avoid just shitting on people that say the stupidest shit on Twitter. Um, for those of you that are new to the podcast, I spent a great deal of time on Twitter. And much of that time was spent arguing with people, trying to convince people that, are far beyond being able to be convinced of anything. Basically spending way too much of my time yelling back and forth with people that I would never fucking meet. And, and I would notice that, like, the fuck? I would notice that, like, sometimes, like, my days would just not be ruined, but I'd be, like, very on edge, very snappy with people, because of Twitter. And so about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I decided that I'm going to remove the stressful element in my life out of it, and that would be Twitter. And while I have been able to stay away, I mean, I do post obviously my podcast. I do post videos or just information that I think is, worth taking a look at. But as far as engaging anybody in conversation, I have not. So I consider it a success. But like I said, it is very fucking difficult. Like, I thought, quitting smoking was hard. But if anything, this has kind of showed me, like, not too often do you get, like, a real bird's eye view into who you are and how much of a cunt you can be. Because even though it's been hard to not comment, why does it sound like it's fucking echoing? But as hard as it has been to not comment and get involved in these online fucking shit fits, the one thing that I've realized is that the fact that that this is even feeling like an addiction that I'm trying to overcome, it seems weird to me. And by kind of looking at myself from the outside, I can see the real danger that the internet has created in a lot of people. Especially social media, where it's kind of by design trying to sort of create this sort of like virtual tribalism, where people of the same perspective all sort of congregate and then feel the need to, just the fact that they view others that don't share their state of mind as the enemy. And therefore, a lot of people either go on the offensive, right? And they sort of try and set up these little speed traps or whatever for people that don't agree with them, or they are constantly on the defensive, or sometimes they're doing both. It is insane, So as difficult as it is for me to not sort of engage in that tribalism, the more I look at it from that perspective, the more I feel like I'm going through fucking social media withdrawal, the easier it becomes to not fucking go back to it. In fact, if anything, it has kind of renewed my enthusiasm for whenever my fucking cell phone shits the bed, because I really cannot wait to not have a fucking cell phone. I think if I get rid of my cell phone, the fucking urge to even look at social media immediately fucking dies down, right? Because obviously I won't be constantly connected. I won't have the ability to look whenever I want, unless I come home and jump on my laptop. But I'm not gonna fucking do that just so I can see what's going on Twitter. I don't know. For those of you out there that find yourself getting a little too fucking worked up over the thoughts and opinions of fucking people that you will never meet, I say give it a fucking try. Just try to fucking, click off of it. I mean, I still read what's going on, but the fact that I've limited myself to just reading and not commenting, things have gotten, I'm in a much fucking happier mood. Although you probably can't tell, since I pretty much sound the same no matter what fucking mood I'm in. But I don't know. Give it a try, or fucking don't. I don't know. Speaking of fucking social media and something that has been fucking bugging me is I'm sure by now everybody's heard about that fucking YouTuber Logan Paul that I don't know, I guess he was in a fucking forest in Japan where I guess this place is typical for suicides. People go there to commit suicides. In fact, I think it's called the Suicide Forest. I guess he went out into that forest and I don't know, I guess he saw somebody that had hung themselves and had filmed it and posted it, and then of course everybody got upset and he removed it and then had to fucking apologize, and everybody's just like, ready to just throw this guy under the fucking bus and just be done with him. And I don't know. I mean, it seems to me, because I watched a video from him. I think he released it this week, where he is getting involved in getting the message out about suicide and ways for people to to fucking get help if they if they feel like that is becoming an attractive option for them. Who knows if he's doing it because he really feels like, okay, there needs to be something done, or is it just to sort of correct his image, or what do they call it? What is it? Fucking something to do with damage. I don't know. I can't think of the fucking phrase right now, but obviously to try and repair his image. I mean, it's possible that he's doing it for that reason, or it's possible that he really feels like something needs to be done, or it's possible that he fucking damage control. That's the phrase I was looking for. Or it's possible that it's both. But one of the things that's driving me up the fucking wall, because I was watching the video and of course I had to check out the fucking comments on YouTube. And, it seemed to be, kind of mixed. Some people were like, yeah, this is fucking awesome of you. And, thank you for doing this shit. And then there's others that are like, oh, he's only doing it because to fix his image. He's a piece of shit. I'm never going to fucking. And, like this phony fucking outrage that everybody has about either this or really fucking anything. Being that I'm talking about this guy Logan Paul, I'll stick to that. But it fucking drives me up the wall that first of all, people were fucking pissed and calling for his fucking head when he did post the video. And the reason for that is because I know that 97% of the people that are supposedly fucking outraged at what he did really don't give really don't care as much as they're fucking pretending to. You know, was it in bad taste? I don't know. I mean, considering all the other shit that's on the fucking internet, I don't know. I mean, I've seen a lot fucking worse. And to be honest, like, I guess what the fucking what the hypocritical thing is, or what I don't like about it, is all the fucking hypocrisy. Because every single person that fucking got upset, they watched the video or searched for the video. But somehow he's the bad guy because he made it available. I mean, you didn't have to fucking search it out. And yeah, you might not care for what he filmed, but don't act like it ruined your fucking day. And that's the thing. That's what bugs me about these fucking people. Oh, he's only doing to fix his image. And you're upset at that because of what? I mean, so many people nowadays are getting thrown under the fucking bus because either they told a joke that was was obviously a joke, but somebody decided to fucking pretend like it was a statement. You got all these fucking Me Too people that I mean, they've already discovered like several of the alleged claims or whatever against celebrities, that some of these women were making were completely fucking bullshit. I'm not saying that it means that, oh, well, now Me Too needs to shut up. No, obviously there are a lot of fucking ridiculously horrific men out there, but the fact that people just instantly fucking kill somebody's career based on just because somebody said some shit fucking happened. I think it's ridiculous, this fucking trial by fucking social media that's going on. I mean, you're throwing people under the fucking bus. You're fucking ending careers. You're fucking with people's well-beings. And the reality is most of you don't give a shit as much as you fucking let on to be. There's a lot of virtue signalers out there. And, and there's lots of people that like to pretend like they're so fucking upset, and that, oh God, this fucking, this makes me sick and yada, yada, yada. And I mean, going back to the Logan Paul thing, I mean, the Me Too thing, I've already talked about that movement like numerous times on this podcast. I'm not going to get back into it, but with this Logan Paul, it's like, honestly, when I found out he filmed that shit, I was just like, so? Like, I mean, yeah, I guess if you're the family, I could see why they would be upset. But why everybody on the fucking planet is upset? And it's really, the thing is it's not even that they're upset that he filmed it. What they're upset about is all the fucking filming he did prior to that, where he's basically acting like a jackass while touring through Japan. I mean, that's what people are fucking upset about. And and the thing is that yeah, he's a fucking jackass. And I mean, and the people that kill me the most are the ones like, oh, look at this guy fucking, making Americans look bad. Really, we got fucking Donald Trump. We got a fucking game show host with a dead weasel on his fucking head. I'm pretty sure our reputation was tarnished the minute we put that guy in charge. The minute we fucking turned the Kardashian weasel creatures into celebrities for fucking basically doing nothing other than injecting their asses with fucking silicone and their lips, and one of them making a fucking sex tape. Our reputation is already in the fucking toilet. It's been in the fucking toilet. Having fucking Logan Paul running around acting like an asshat. It's not as serious as you're fucking making it. And I'm fucking tired of all of these fucking, this phony fucking outrage. Like, oh, so the kid doesn't deserve a fucking a chance at redemption. He is trying to do something good, regardless of whatever his motivations for doing it are. I mean, suicide is a huge fucking problem, and I mean, considering he has like 14 million fucking followers on YouTube, I would say that he's probably one of the best fucking mouthpieces for suicide prevention, considering that I'm guessing 98% of his fucking following are young adults and children. Fucking suicide is highest from, I believe it's from like what's the fucking stat? I think it's like between the ages of fucking like 13 and 24 or some shit. So obviously you want a guy that everybody's fucking watching, kind of letting them know, like, hey, there's other fucking options. I cannot fucking, I mean, so what? Yeah, he filmed some shit that really didn't affect you all that much. You're fucking upset about it, but then you're just gonna completely fucking, miss the good that he can fucking do with taking on this endeavor. Go fuck yourself, people. I mean, really, you know what? I mean, I think we would be so much better as a society if we stopped, if everyone just stopped pretending like they give a shit about stuff that we all know you don't give a fuck about. And the fact that you care about this shit, meanwhile, there's like a fucking, like a 5 mile, fucking island of garbage in the fucking in the ocean right now. Like you give a fuck that Logan Paul fucking filmed somebody that hung themselves. You care about that, but not the fact that fish are basically gonna fucking, or their home is completely fucking polluted, or you don't give a fuck about the fact that there's like 35,000 people that die every day due to lack of fucking health coverage. There's people, there's people in Yemen that are fucking starving to death thanks to our support of the fucking of Saudi Arabia. There are children dying of fucking starvation in Yemen. There are kids dying of starvation and fucking dehydration in various places in Africa and South America. There are a lot more fucking horrific things to be upset about than some fucking YouTube jackass that made a film or made a video that you fucking watched, or if you haven't seen it, you at the very least you fucking searched it out. Go fuck yourself with your phony fucking outrage. I mean, this is precisely why these huge fucking problems that are going on in this world, it's precisely why they continue to be problems, because everybody's so focused on some fucking horse shit that doesn't fucking matter. Who gives a fuck who won, at the Grammys, or whether or not somebody wore a fucking black tuxedo or not, or fucking, I don't know, who gives a fuck about any of that shit in comparison to the real fucking problems that are going on? Does anybody have any idea what the I think it's like parts per million of CO or fucking carbon that's in the air, and the fact that we are basically on the verge of absolute fucking calamity thanks to nobody really giving a fuck, or not giving a fuck the way that they should, about the pollution of our planet. I mean, like there's so many different things to be fucking upset about and outraged about, and fucking some YouTuber is not one of them. I don't know. It's kind of like I was reading a story yesterday about fucking people are upset at fucking Home Depot because what the fuck was it? I guess like the fucking, I don't know, the founder or whatever. I guess his name is Bernie Marcus. He had said, I wrote it, or I didn't write it. I took a fucking screenshot. I guess he was talking about I guess he's a Republican. I don't know. There's no indication of whether he is or not. And the fact is I don't really give a shit, because it doesn't fucking matter. But apparently he was making a statement about Democrats, and he said, quote, Democrats, use your stupid brains. You don't have any brains and don't understand what happens. I don't know the full context of what he, or not. I mean, I understand. I think I know the context. I don't know, like, what he said beyond that, but the amount of people that are like, oh, boycott fucking Home Depot, and oh, go to Lowe's, and and it's just like, go fuck yourself. I mean, is he wrong there? Is what he's saying, is it fucking wrong that Democrats don't really use their fucking brains, that they have no idea what I mean, if they did, right, if he was wrong, then there's no fucking way you'd still have people whining about Hillary Clinton not becoming the fucking president, or you wouldn't have people still fucking defending her, or people trying to install another Hillary Clinton-esque type fucking candidate, like a Joe fucking Kennedy or a Kamala Harris or Cory Booker, or any of the fucking lineup that they're trying to push for to run in fucking 2020. If you really used your fucking heads, you wouldn't even be on board with any of that shit, because you would know that the fact that you would know that neoliberalism, which kind of got started during the late 80s and took on fucking speed when Bill Clinton became president, and got worse under George W. Bush, and then got even more worse under fucking Obama. You would know that putting another person that's fucking owned by the corporations is not a good fucking path. We're in the position that we are in. We have Trump because of neoliberalism. It's 30 fucking plus years of neoliberal bullshit. NAFTA, the fucking attempts to privatize Social Security, the deregulation of the media industry, where we went from, I think back in the 90s, we went from like, I don't know, a few hundred, or maybe less, maybe 100 or so fucking media sources to fucking 6, thanks to Bill Clinton. NAFTA, like I said, NAFTA was a fucking job killer. It basically fucking gutted unions and pretty much took their fucking power away. And you had, during Obama's fucking tenure, you got fucking people that are being, there's like 5 million people that got foreclosed upon because Obama decided to bail out the fucking banks and not the people that needed the fucking help. Go fuck yourself. If you're upset at fucking some jackass that owns fucking Home Depot because he said some shit that you didn't want to hear, just because you don't want to hear it doesn't make it any less fucking true. Democrats, as far as I can see, and Republicans are just as fucking bad. I mean, they're basically the fucking same at this point. If you look at their policy positions, you will see that the only thing that really separates Democrats from Republicans right now is the fact that they're okay with gay people. That's pretty much the only thing that fucking separates them. They're both fucking shit. And I mean, you can make the same argument to Republicans, but but these fucking little bitches in the Democratic Party that are upset because somebody didn't fucking tell us that we were awesome. I mean, get the fuck out of here. If you're still pushing for, or still defending Hillary Clinton, even though there is ample fucking evidence as to what makes her, or what made her such a shitty fucking candidate, if you're still arguing on behalf of the establishment, or the establishment Democrats, despite all of the fucking history and information that is available that will let you know precisely how we ended up with Trump in the first place. And here's a spoiler alert: it wasn't fucking Russia, it wasn't Jill Stein, it wasn't Susan Sarandon, it wasn't fucking Bernie supporters. It was 30 plus years of neoliberalism shitting on the fucking working people, the middle class, minorities. It's if you do some fucking research, if you use your stupid brains, to quote this guy, you will find out that that Donald Trump wasn't a fluke. Donald Trump is not the fucking he's not the problem. He's the symptom of the fucking problem. The fucking symptom. I mean, I don't know. I always go over this at least once or twice in every fucking podcast. And I know that probably my regular listeners are getting tired of fucking hearing it. So I'm going to stop talking about it. But, you're going to boycott fucking Home Depot and go to Lowe's as though the owner of Lowe's probably views things any differently. Like, it's so, like, at this point, I would suspect, or I would be suspicious, that the person that originally started this phony fucking outrage is somehow connected to Lowe's. Right? I mean, it's not beyond fucking possible that Lowe's fucking sees an opportunity and it's like, you know what? Let's fucking capitalize on this shit. Let's fucking pretend like what this guy Bernie the fuck is his name again? Bernie Marcus. Let's pretend like what he said wasn't true, and get all upset about it. And all it fucking takes is tapping into that fucking that crazy fucking oversensitive fucking political correct fucking nature of some people. All it takes is just it's like a little fucking spark, and that's all it. I mean, and then you got the fucking ball running. Suddenly fucking Home Depot is the evil fucking corporation, and Lowe's is the fucking superhero. I'm willing to bet that Lowe's is just as guilty of whatever the fuck it is that Home Depot. I'm almost willing to bet that that the owner of fucking Lowe's is probably a Trump supporter, or at the very least a Republican. And if he's not Republican, he's definitely establishment Democrat, which makes him pretty much a Republican anyway. So, it just this fucking outrage that people are having over nonsense. It drives me up the fucking wall. You need to settle the fuck down, people. I don't know. I was watching a commercial the other day. Well, I wasn't watching a commercial. I was watching a fucking show, and a commercial came on. And it was this commercial for the Ark. Now, for those of you like, well, what the fuck is that? Apparently, the guy that created the fucking Creationist Museum, apparently he's branched off and decided that he is now, or that, he decided to build the supposed fucking Ark and put it on display. And, and in the commercial, you have these people pretending like, wow, I didn't realize it was this fucking big, or, oh, I didn't realize how difficult, I think this is the biggest reason why atheists, I'm atheist, but I don't consider myself, or, I'm not one of these fucking atheists. It's like, I'm not going to shit on you because you have faith in a higher power. I mean, I was raised Catholic. I understand. But I think probably the biggest reason that the people that are either atheist or pro-science, why they have such an issue with people that are, that are faith-based, is the fact that you guys just won't acknowledge that some of these fucking stories are absolute horseshit. and fucking impossible, and were basically just put into the Bible or whatever to sort of, give you something interesting to fucking read in between the thouist and theist and, hark. And, it just, can you just fucking quit pretending like a senior citizen built a fucking boat big enough to carry two of every fucking animal on the planet? I mean, and completely dismiss the fact that all the animals on the planet weren't where this guy built the boat. I know that it's believed that the animals fucking came to him, but give me a fucking break. How many animals besides birds do you see that, well, I guess not just birds. I mean, elephants and elk or whatever. But, there's lots of birds or lots of fucking animals that migrate. But when was the last time you saw a fucking gecko? Like, dude, I gotta get the fuck out of here. It's too cold. I'm gonna head fucking south. I heard there's this guy with a fucking boat. Give me a fucking break. One of the, what shoots a hole in the fucking argument is the fact that, okay, he built a boat. Besides just the ridiculousness of the fucking story, but okay, let's say he built a fucking boat that somehow managed to carry all the fucking animals, right? And somehow he also managed to be able to have enough fucking food for all of those animals. He also managed to keep the predators away from their natural fucking prey. But I think like the one thing that shoots an even bigger hole into that fucking story is the poison dart frog. Now, you might be wondering, well, what the fuck does that, how is that going to blow the fucking story up? Well, stick with me, okay? So the poison dart frog isn't necessarily born poisonous, right? It's they eat a fucking particular plant, which, I don't know, it helps them create the fucking poison. I don't know the logistics of it, but what I do know is it's not born poisonous. It's its diet that makes it poisonous. Now you're telling me that that fucking old Noah there, he gathered up some fucking poison dart frogs and also the fucking greenery that they eat, because according to the fucking commercial, all he had as far as vegetation was hay. You gotta, at some point, religious people, you have to just acknowledge, like, okay, look, the underlying message of the Bible is good, but these fucking stories where, an old man is building boats, fucking some hippie is walking on fucking water, there's a burning fucking talking bush. Give me a, there's oceans being parted by the words of some fucking other old man. Give me a fucking break, people. Can you just, I think you could make some headway if you would just be like, you know what, and I know what you're saying, we don't have to fucking prove our faith to them. Well, if that were true, then why do you spend so much time arguing with people or getting upset at the ideas coming from atheists? In fact, I'm willing to bet that there's somebody upset with me now for calling Jesus a fucking hippie. You do give a shit. Whether you want to admit it or not, you do give a shit. So, so if we can skip the fucking bullshit of, oh, I don't care and whatever, let's just fucking focus on how you really feel, which is you don't like people shitting on your religion, which is understandable. But, if you don't want people to shit on your religion, then you have to do away with the fucking, with the stories that are fucking impossible, that with, or you don't have to do away with the stories, but you have to at least acknowledge that, these are all bullshit. There was no talking bush. There was no fucking boat. There was no senior citizen. The animals didn't fucking line up. Jesus didn't walk on fucking water and turn shit into wine and, I don't know, pull a fish out of a basket and turn it into like fucking Thanksgiving or whatever. I don't remember what the fucking story was. If you could just be like, you know what, okay, these stories are just in there to teach an underlying message of, I don't know, sharing or empathy or I don't know, appreciation for fucking magic tricks or whatever. If you just do that, then I'm willing to bet that most atheists, at least the ones that feel the need to shit on you constantly, would relax, because it's like, all right, you're at least fucking acknowledging that there is some bullshit and wrapped up in your religion. I think that would that would help things, and to not just pile all on you. If I do have atheists listening to this podcast, maybe just lay off with the calling them stupid and and I make fun of religious people, but I do it on this podcast because it's fucking funny. You're not going to catch me in the real world shitting on somebody that believes. Fuck, the other, like during Christmas, I went to church, not because I wanted to, not because I suddenly fucking caught the Holy Ghost or decided that, I'm going to give fucking, religion a try again. I went there because it had to do with my aunt, and it was one of those moments where it's like you gotta just sort of put your own fucking beliefs and bullshit aside and let people just, have their fucking moment. So if there's my solution, all right, I'm gonna fix the big rift between atheists and people that have faith. People that have faith, that have religion, just acknowledge that the stories, a lot of them are fucking bullshit. And atheists, stop giving fucking religious people shit for believing in something that you either don't or no longer do. What the fuck? Is it the apocalypse? Maybe just stop fucking, stop trying to antagonize people of faith, and people of faith, stop fucking digging your heels in on shit that is fucking bullshit. That there was no fucking ark. It. That the dinosaurs were not, or people were not alive during the fucking same time as the dinosaurs. There are some things that you can just be like, what, science, they got us beat here. And the same thing with evolution. It is possible. Here's the fucking wacky thing, people. It's possible for for evolution to exist as well as a higher being, because if you want to get down to the what do they call it, the fucking metaphysical, I don't know what the fucking word is, existential. Somebody had to have started the process of things. Something had to have gotten the ball fucking rolling on the earth, the universe, the fucking galaxy, all of that shit. Something got it rolling. It didn't just appear out of fucking nowhere. But evolution can also fucking exist in the sense that, something got the ball rolling, and thanks to the fucking puddle of goo or whatever it is, it fucking started morphing, and first we started out in the fucking in the water, and then we climbed out of the fucking sea and slowly fucking grew and branched off into different fucking species. It is fucking possible for both of these things to exist. If you just stop with the shit that is bullshit, or on the side of the atheist, if you just stop antagonizing people, it is fucking possible that there is a higher power. And and the reason that you can you can say that is because you have about as much proof of it not existing as they do of it existing. You know, it's very simple. This problem is very fucking simple. You know, both sides need to fucking stop digging their heels in the fucking ground and fighting, you know, or fighting as though you actually know any of the shit that you're fucking fighting about. You don't know if God exists or doesn't exist. You know, I think it's I think it's a known fucking fact that there's no way an old man built a giant fucking boat and put 2 of every animal on the fucking planet into the fucking boat. That's fucking impossible. And you know it. There was never somebody that walked on fucking water or did a magic trick and fucking got everybody drunk at the party. You know, there was no fucking talking bush. There was no split seas. None of this shit was fucking real. The underlying message within these stories or these parables or however you want to refer to it, that's what's fucking important. Not whether or not these fucking stories are true, especially when it's obvious that they're fucking not. And that is how you fucking solve the fucking atheist versus religious argument or fucking fight. Everybody just acknowledge the fucked up shit that's part of their fucking ideology and agree that, you know, that none of us really know any fucking thing. You know. And that's it. Alright, I'm gonna end this fucking podcast here. I don't know. I don't even know what I fucking talked about for 40 fucking minutes. But anyway, I hope you're having a good week thus far. It's fucking Tuesday. And, you know, same old fucking shit. Don't take any shit from anybody and, you know, go fuck yourself. Alright, peace.